Well,
Hey,
that's
buddy.
totally
Hold on.
unnecessary.
Change this.
Huh? Change your face? I can't do that. I'm not a plastic surgeon.
Sorry, what? Your audio just kicked in. What were you saying?
Oh, I thought you were asking me to change your face.
No, no, I wasn't. I was just changing the audio, but it
Sorry,
was nice to know that
it's
you.
a permanent one, son.
Okay, well,
It's
good.
a,
Good to
it's
talk to you
a...
too. How was your interview with MVP? I thought your interview was amazing, David. I thought
Did you actually?
I watched the bit where he was talking about going to the UFC. Yeah, it
So
was
you,
good.
you didn't even watch it all?
Yeah, I watched the bit. I watched all that bit.
Wow.
Mate, you don't watch all of my interviews,
Yes,
so
I
don't.
do. I never miss a single one.
What was my last one that you watched?
You were interviewing a fighter.
Which file?
Just one of the boys.
Ah, and now
I,
we see
I
him.
watch I watch everyone and I go back for the reruns. Sometimes I'm
Yeah.
just sitting there just like, let me just put a little Oscar interview on.
What did you think of my interview I did with Sean O'Malley after the fight?
It was wonderful.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
do one with Sean O'Malley after the fight.
I knew you didn't do that. I knew
Yeah.
you didn't. I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about the post-fight presser.
No. Anyway, go on. How have you been?
Well, I've been alright. I've been alright. A little bit under the weather, but we're here now.
In camp? Still training?
Man, let's see what's going on here.
You're looking like you're skinning down.
Yeah, mate. Supposed to have pads
Wait.
today, but I've been a little bit sick this week. So,
What? How much weight have you lost?
I would say I've lost fat and put on muscle. So in total, I'm still like a few kilos down.
Okay, well that's pretty good though. Still
What about you? How's your training camp going?
doing 2 a days again. I been running every morning, which I hate because I've got little legs like a dwarf, and then I've been hitting pads in the afternoon/evening. So
Are you training for a fight or just training to train?
training to train with, we'll see. Hopefully, I'll get on one of these fucking Misfits
Derek?
cards eventually.
Who's Derek fighting?
I don't know if he's fighting anyone.
Feed him to Bilal. That's my news.
I thought don't we want him to get knocked out?
No, let me fight him.
If I'm too big for him, you're gonna do fucking eat him.
I'm 145 pounds on the dot.
145 kilo.
Eat my fucking ass.
I'd rather not. There's too much of it. Anyway, so what did you think of the Sean O'Malley win? It's pretty cool, eh?
It was marvelous. It was marvelous, and learning of the whole backstory behind it with the injury and whatnot, the whole life and death. Can't let him grab me. Wow, it was marvelous, and it was exactly what he needed to win that fight.
Yeah. I do feel like I always hate this. Like Aljamain's been nothing but like a guy who fights the top dudes, and he's a nice enough bloke, and then it takes him losing the title for people to actually start being nice to him. Do you know what I mean? Like now everyone's like, "Oh, Aljo's a good guy." So, well, fuck, you booed him for the last 2-3 years. Just the way it is. Just
the
a minor comment.
fans, just the fans and the herd mentality, and then it also turns into a game. Like, you know what I mean? It's not even real hate. It's not even.
Yeah,
I feel like
true.
it also turns. There's like a game element to some of these things sometimes. But yeah, I feel like it's mostly the herd mentality part of it too.
Did you see? Did you see that Aljamain thinks he's not going to go up to 145 now? He's just going to fight, try and get the rematch. But I don't think they'll give him the rematch right away. So I bet they're like, you have to fight Marab. I bet that's what they'll say.
Oh yeah, I mean either that or, I mean they'll make him fight Marab, but I mean they'll just give
They'll try.
They'll just give everyone else a shot before him. They'll let Chito have one. They'll let Marab have one. They'll let Sandhagen have one. They'll let Cejudo come in there and slide in and have one. Know what I mean?
See Cejudo called Chito a rapist lookalike. Thought that was a bit.
That was sad. Ouch.
Yeah. Come on, man. Cheeto's a nice guy. I like Chito.
Fuck Henry, man. Henry's just a fucking prick.
He wasn't very nice to me last time I saw him.
Why would you do?
I didn't do anything.
Was
I was
it in
very
that
polite.
interview that you guys did that I've watched 17 times?
The interview we did never went out, actually. So
Yeah.
I think I sent you a clip of it though. But we met at Radio X and he was just like, "Fuck McGregor," and it was like, okay. But yeah, I think it's going to be Cheeto in December. Is my vibe. It's the vibe I'm picking up.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely would be the smartest title defense. First title defense for Sean.
Yeah, and I think there'll be a bit of beef and they'll sell it well, and it's like the perfect one for if Sean wins. It's like the next level to push him up again and again, right?
I don't know how much beef will be in there to like. I don't know. I don't think O'Malley's really had like a beef fight. Even this one didn't feel like there was beef in there. But I mean,
No,
it'll be on the co-main of the Jury versus Pereira fight. So
you think so? You think that's in December?
Why wouldn't it be?
Hey, there's loads of people. Like December has a lot of people who want to be on that, right? You got Volkanovski wants to get on that. Yuri and Alex want to get on that. Connor's still trying to get on that. Then you've got Sean wants to be on that. You've still got this women's bantamweight title that's vacant. There's loads of titles that need to be dealt with.
Yeah, but the one that needs to be dealt with the most is the light heavyweight.
That's it.
Yeah.
If Islam's fighting in October, then Alex wants to fight as close to that to get the rematch next year, right?
Yeah, they could also still. I feel the light heavyweight title fight has to happen in December. Out of all the titles, that's the one. That's the one that's the most important. That's the one that's the most important.
I hope they do a three title fight card in December. It's been ages since they've done that.
Yeah, that would also be an option. But yeah, it'll at least be 2 title fights. But like, yeah, in terms of importance, it has to be 2 at 5.
I reckon Sean's going to be on that though. Sean O'Malley, because I think they're going to want to capitalize on this whole thing.
Yeah, that's if Sean wants to fight in December. I mean, he just won the belt.
Yeah,
you know,
he's a pretty smart guy. He seems to know that it's like you got to capitalize on this. It's like he was talking about what it's going to take for him to get the Gervonta Davis fight, which is like a whole nother conversation. But he was saying,
what did he say?
But he was like, I've got to get like another amazing knockout, maybe another title. Like there's stages you do before you get there, and I think Chito is like the perfect fight for him to potentially get another like crazy knockout.
Did he say another title?
He said that I was actually surprised about his honesty. He was like, if Volkanovski is champion, I won't move up. But if Ilya were to beat Volkanovski, I'd move up and fight Ilya.
I mean, if Volkanovski wasn't champion at 145, you still have Holloway there. I mean, let's just talk about, we are getting way too ahead of ourselves, okay? Let's just talk about, I mean, what's if we're about Gervonta Davis and shit? I mean, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah. Well, we won't do that.
Remind me too to clear my throat if I fucking am sounding like I got a fucking someone said something in comments. They compared me to someone, but I can't remember now. But it's something that I need to be.
Do that thing again. You look like Jabba the Hutt dying.
Fuck you. 1. I'm going to see you in a couple of weeks. I'm going to punch you right in the gut. 2, make you remember this moment right here. And 3, fuck you again for that comparison. You're a motherfucker. Eat my fucking ass. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I will see you in a couple of weeks. But go on then. You lead the dance. What should we talk about, David?
Let's talk about O'Malley and his immediate title run that will follow his victory with Aljo.
I think he's going to fight. I think he's going to fight Chito in December. I think that's just makes so much sense. And or if he can't fight Chito in December, I think the next move they should do is just when Connor and Chandler fight, put Sean as the co-main event. It's like everyone's going to tune him against Chito. Like just hold it, just wait for that fight. Like I think as soon as Connor fights, you put Sean on the co-main and just it's gonna just rise both of them, right? And certainly Sean, it's going to make him a big deal, and he loves Connor. I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But I think he'll fight Chito first, and then I just saw Merab did an interview with Full Send where he was like, "Oh, I'll just wait for Aljo to get a rematch, so I just won't fight for like a year or
Wait,
2 years."
what? Wait,
That's what
what?
he said to Full
No!
Send MMA.
Oh, no, no. I mean, okay. I mean, no. I
That's
mean,
what he said.
there's
Might be the
homeboy.
best friend to ever live.
The best friends ever live. I mean, there's like,
You could
homeboys.
trust him. You could trust him around your bird, couldn't you? Fucking hell.
Oh, man. God, no. Marab, you need to get a fucking grip. I mean, you need to get a fucking grip and play the fucking game. I mean, there's a brotherhood and, bros before hoes and this, that, and the third, but being the number one contender and being like, I'm going to sit on the sidelines until they give Aljo his, oh my God. Aljo needs to go slap the shit out of Marab and be like, get a fucking grip. Okay?
Well, I do respect Merab's like level of loyalty. I
No,
do
but it's
respect.
too much.
Well,
It's too
I just
much.
think there
I
needs to be a
can't even
conversation.
respect it. I can't even respect it because he's doing such a disservice to himself. I'm just gonna sit out and wait for a year so Aljo can get a fucking rematch that he's not gonna get.
Well, then also the way he framed it, he was like, "Oh, so wait, you're relying on Aljo to win it back, then move up." Even though it's, I think Merab. As far as also Merab's not.
I mean,
it's
wonderful.
Probably get
It's
125.
wonderful for Dana. I mean, because
Merab just gift wrap that for him.
Yeah,
Gift wrap that for him.
I mean, like, okay, matchups wise, how do you think the rematch with Chito goes?
I think, for me, Chito seems to have slowed down a little bit. I don't know if that's because it's tactics wise he's slowed down or not, but I feel like the fight against Corey and even before that, the fight against Dom, his whole thing of like basically doing nothing until the last second, like the last minute of the round. I think if you're cautious enough and don't engage with him, you could easily outpoint him. Like I think even against, was it Rob Font? He like didn't do much and then would just beat the shit out of him in the last minute. I think Sean's a good enough striker that he could just not let that happen. So I think Sean would probably win now, but it would be kind of cosmic justice if he just fucking calf kicked him and did his leg again.
Yeah. Wait, side note, do I look like I'm in heaven or like in fucking Bruce Almighty or something? I feel like my background, I don't know what's behind. I just feels like I'm in the clouds or like I'm about to go meet Jesus or something.
You look like a fat Morgan Freeman.
I'm fucking. I'm gonna forget.
Gonna part of the soup and that.
You're a fucking snake. You're a fucking snake. I'm gonna smack the shit out of you when I see you.
Bro, I'll let you. I'm not a snake. I'll let you get your title. You can get your title rematch. You get your title rematch. I ain't a snake.
Yeah, I agree with the Chito analysis, and I also think like on the feet. I mean, one, Sean is more than a striker. I'm sure he knows how to grapple, and especially when it comes to takedown defense, him having his height and his length and all that, the long levers and everything would make him a nightmare. On the feet, I feel like Sean and Sandhagen are the cream of the crop of the division. I feel like on the feet, Sean and Sandhagen. Not on the feet, but when they fight, that will be a magical fight, and also a real test for O'Malley on the feet. You know what I mean? We'll see a much different fighter, is what I think, and not someone that's just so able to fucking freestyle and start dribbling in the middle of combinations and.
But what'll be interesting is for Corey as well. I think Sean will probably be the first guy he meets that is as long as him, right? Yeah. So it's a test for both. I think that's a fantastic fight. Corey's out for 6 months, which kind of sucks. But again, like I said,
is that 6 months including rehab and training camp, or 6 months to start training again?
I think he'll be able to, like he was saying, he'll be able to fully train in 6 months, and then we'll return a month after that. But I mean, if you're the UFC, right? If you're the UFC and Marab's already said, "Oh, I'll just wait for Aljamain," you just do Chito and then straight into Sandhagen. You basically gift wrapped them a fucking thing, haven't you? So
Yeah, I mean,
not,
yeah. If
but
you do
even though,
Chito, and if you let Marab play himself, you do Sandhagen. I feel like once / if gets no, I like Chito. I think he's a good guy and everything. One thing the main reason why I really like Chito is after 281, and as he got finished, he like came to to check up on me and see if I was okay and shit.
that's very sweet of him.
Yeah, I was a blubbering mess. I looked like a fucking Jabba the Hutt drowning. I was crying so much. Fucking.
What's that? Blubbering's the word. Yeah.
Bubbering. What is it?
Like blubber.
I see.
It's clever. It's firing on all cylinders, baby. It's been about 10
yeah, you're on one today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Chito and whatnot, but I don't think he brings it'll be tough for him to beat O'Malley, and not just O'Malley, but O'Malley that got the nod over Jan, and now O'Malley that put away Aljo and has all this confidence and is the man right now, and is like, you know what I mean? It's not just the skill sets and the matchups that has changed. It's everything else.
I think Sean has also improved since that fight. Like Sean was. If you look at where they are, Cheeto's been around forever, and Sean fought Chito on the come up, and now he's got past that. I think. I don't know. Sean's an interesting one, man. For me, it's really interesting. He just it's almost like we don't know how good he is yet, right? The Yan fight was razor close, but it showed that he was completely at the top level when it came to striking. And then Aljamain, he
the Yan fight, I would say he lost the Yan fight, because I did watch it again. I watched it again
too, but I kind of gave it to him this time.
A free fight. You gave it to him. I feel like the grappling and the takedowns from Yan, and also they huh?
Isn't it all about damage now?
They both damaged each other though. It wasn't like
I gave it.
Anyways, my initial reaction after watching the rematch, I was like, "Damn, how did he get the win?" But I feel like all he has to do is get past Chito. Sandhagen will be very tough. Sandhagen will be very tough. And I guess if Marab still wants to wait, I know Cejudo will fucking find himself in there.
Oh yeah, but by that point, Cejudo will have won a fight. Yeah. I mean, maybe you do Cejudo versus PDN.
Oh,
and then the winner
gets a big fight.
Yeah, and then PDN versus Sean O'Malley with a 5-rounder. It's a compelling rematch.
Yeah, definitely. Who else
God,
is
that division's
Who else
fucking good, isn't it?
Is in the top 10 bantamweights apart from those guys that we've just mentioned?
I mean,
I'm just trying to see what the
Rob
path to a good title reign from O'Malley looks like.
We got Rob Font in there as well. I think Adrian Yanez will be in there eventually again, if he's not already. It's a bunch of guys. This is my favorite division in the sport, probably. But I think you would do, if you're the UFC and it's perfect scenario for Sean, you would do Sean Chito, Sean Sandhagen, then you do Sean Henry, and then see if then you maybe do the Aljamain rematch. Depends on Aljamain.
Yeah, the other guys I don't think Sean will have a problem against, but Sandhagen, Marab, and if Cejudo comes back, I would say would be his toughest.
I think Marab is the toughest fight in the division for him.
When last did Marab get knocked out?
Has he been knocked out? I know he got dropped against Pedro Munoz, didn't he?
Because I feel like that is a very important.
I think he got dropped against Pedro Munoz and was out on his feet or something. Do I want to say was it
Marab.
This is my favorite part of the show where both of us reveal we don't really know anything.
No, I mean, come on, it's a tough question. Guillotine. Okay, Marab has never been knocked out.
I think he fought Pedro Munoz and it was close, but I could be wrong. It could have been fucking Corey
Pedro Munoz. I can't see anything here. Marab has never fought Pedro Munoz.
Who the fuck am I thinking of, guys? Who was it?
Do you even know how to do your fucking job?
No.
This is why I never watch your interviews. You always come in unprepared.
How dare you? That's so accurate, it's unfair. Marlon Moraes. Fuck. Why did I keep thinking it was Pedro Munoz? Marlon Moraes.
Was that like a banger? It says here he KO'd him.
Banger. Yeah, it was a first round crazy war, I believe. Anyway,
But
fuck.
yeah, why do you think? I guess it was the first round. It was the first round, and yes, Aljo was doing. I like, even though Cejudo's a prick, I like that Aljo was reaching out to him,
Yeah.
trying to, run the game plan past him and shit like that. Why do you think the first round went the way it did?
I think Sean's side to side movement when he got near the fence was really good. Like he was really good at getting out. And I think Aljamain called it himself. Aljamain's like pretty good at breaking down fights. I think he would get him against the fence, would feel uncomfortable about just taking a shot in case what happened. So he would then try and sort of throw a strike, and Sean would use that to get out. He kept throwing the kick, and I think Sean used that to get out. And then I don't know, man. I think Aljo was pretty fired up. I really do think Aljo was pretty fired up. I think he was really sort of determined to put away this golden child. And yeah, I don't know.
Just the one mistake, he's overreached, and
it was fucking wild in the arena. It was crazy.
I mean, it was a magical moment. I mean,
yeah.
Doesn't get more fairy tale ending than that.
Moving on, what did you think of the Dylan Dennis, Logan Paul, KSI, Tommy Fury press conference?
Haven't watched it.
Oh, it was super adult.
Oh, I saw Tommy Fury's dad.
Yeah, John.
Fucking
Big John.
Off his meds. Fucking.
I mean, that was the best part of the press conference. Him just being like, right, fuck this.
Right, granddad needs a nap. Okay, granddad needs to go lay down somewhere and have a little.
Yeah. What do you think about it? Have you seen any of this Dylan Dennis promotion stuff? What he's been doing?
I saw he's been posting photos of Logan's wife.
Beyonce,
Logan's IG photo that he posted the other day, holding a bottle of Prime. I don't know if you saw that, but he looks absolutely
yoked,
monstrous. You saw it, yeah?
Yeah. He looks yoked.
I mean, does Dylan Dennis? I hear they have someone in place of Dylan.
Mike Perry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay, see now, I hope Dylan pulls out now, just because it'll be a more competitive fight. I don't think Logan wants to fight Mike Perry though.
I mean, I applaud Logan because you would think the step up in terms of striking ability between Dylan and Mike is like pretty substantial. And also, listen, also Mike is a fucking psychopath. So,
I mean, I mean, that would be the more appropriate matchup, but I mean, why he would even put Mike as an option is...
I like it. I like that Mike's getting these like opportunities. I hope he gets the big fight one day. Like Mike's a fucking bad dude.
I don't know.
I saw Mike and Darren Till were talking shit. Maybe they're going the undercard. That'd be pretty cool if we finally got that fight.
It's like you decide to fight Mike Perry. The first thing you do is pull up YouTube and watch some BKFC highlights, and then you watch that, and then you be like, okay, let's do this. You
get gloves on at least.
I mean, oh yeah, okay, that's a positive. But yeah, Mike Perry ain't no joke, and ain't like a Dylan Dennis type of person. I mean, yeah, I hope Dylan pulls out, just because I feel like if he doesn't,
I don't think Dylan's gonna pull out, man. I don't know how you could promote it this hard and then
I mean, he's a troll through and through.
Yeah, but.
True. Plus, on team Mike Perry, Logan Paul. That'd be a good fight. The way Logan's looking now, and
that WWE nutrition plan,
that WWE secret juice.
Yeah.
What else has happened in the world of MMA?
Well, not really. We're gearing up for Sydney now, aren't we? Looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
Shame about Kai.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened. But looks like CKB has a new UFC fighter, Kevin Husset.
Okay. Is he on the cup?
I'm not sure, but they just announced it on the CKB Instagram. He is a champ in the welterweight and middleweight divisions in one of the Australian promotions. He's very good. Sharp, from France, judo background, but
Cool.
good striker as well. Like I've watched him spar multiple times. But yeah, it looks like he's got his UFC contract, which is amazing.
Nice.
Congratulations to him.
You guys taking over down there. Well, I'm looking forward to getting down, mate. I'm pumped, as you'd say, to get down there.
Yeah, I can't wait to fucking pump you in the face.
I'll take the stomach. You can punch me in the stomach. I've given you a lot of shit today, so I'll take the stomach. Just straight into my beautiful face.
The face, nah, it's a nice face. It's a nice face.
Thanks, babe.
What else is there? What haven't we touched on?
I think we did the big two stories: is the Sean O'Malley fight and then the Logan Paul presser, which you haven't watched.
I'm a busy man. I'm a busy man. I'm a busy man.
I think that's it, mate, to be honest, because then the next pay-per-view is Sydney, and I'm sure we'll get one in before then, hopefully. Certainly in person, maybe.
Yeah, most definitely. Can do that.
All right. Well, I've got to bounce anyway, because this was meant to be a quick one, so I've got to shoot.
Where are you going?
So, going to...
Ah, because he's not! Ah, he's a dog! He's a dog! I want to keep it in there. I can't cut this out. Give me a good reason or it's staying in. You're a fucking dog.
Just take it out.
Look at you sweating. Look at you looking like a fucking mini Dana White fucking tomato head.
Moisturizer.
You're fucking boiling, cunt. I'm still cracking up. All right. Adios.
Goodbye.